Take a look into the world of talented designers, wine connoisseurs, and celebrity chefs as they transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Whether it's a kitchen in need of a makeover with appliances by Thermador or a meal that cries out for the perfect wine pairing, let Fine Wine and Design take you to new and exciting destinations. Tune in and taste the good life Wednesday nights at 7:30 on Cox 7 Arizona or right now on Channel 2644.
Hi, I'm Denise Teichert, your host for Fine Wine and Design. Join me today as we discover what inspires extraordinary craftsmen to endeavor to new heights as they help this husband and wife bridge their passion for old and new into a 3-story version of old world charm meets high tech, green living in the heart of Tempe's historic district. The same team that's helping to orchestrate this couple's dream into reality is on a mission to help you with yours. Whether it's lean, green, bedazzled, or on the cutting edge, learn just what we mean and how they plan to do it. The challenge is on for modern groups, builders, architects, designers, and finishers to create testament to all that's possible when the right dream meets the right team. Let's meet RD and learn how this story begins.
When I first got to the project, the lot pretty well resembled what we have here behind us, the big tall dead pecan trees. It was a transient hangout and we needed to get rid of all of the debris and all the old dead trees so that we could start the planning for the project to bring this thing up to code. Tempe is pretty steep in history. It has a lot of old bungalow style single-family homes, and we have one existing home that we renovated and brought up to current codes and within the bungalow style. And what we're going to do is we're going to develop this project. It will be a complete total package of 8 units, and with the old existing house here, it will blend in with the new architecture that we're designing.
The perfect tenant for this neighborhood would be somebody that can appreciate a community feel. One of the beautiful things about Tempe down here is that you got Tempe Town Lake, you have a vibrant downtown, the university's super close. So it's somebody who appreciates this kind of beautiful charm and feel, who appreciates the thoughtfulness and the effort that we put into creating this complex.
One of the things that Scott and I really like to do is we love to travel, and from those travels we like to find unique historical pieces, things that have meaning, whether it's today or in the past, and bring those in and share those with everyone else.
I really like the component of the modern group having all of those tradesmen in one group. So that's for us, it helps us out because we don't have to worry about a lot of those details. RD and the modern group pull all that in for us and get the experts to us.
This morning we got to look at the full-blown color elevation of the new project. It's a preliminary. There are some changes that we want to do, and we'll work with Denise on some of the colors and the height and just the whole grounds area. But we're excited. We're really excited. I think it's going to be a great look. It's going to fit in with the neighborhood, and we're ready.
In keeping with the old world charm of the neighborhood, Scott and Irene also wanted to create a green living space for their future tenants. One that embraces the best of all technologies the Modern Group and its partners have to offer.
Well, Modern Group has a unique situation that we've been supporting now because they have this wonderful showroom that they're remodeling, but as well as they are also heavily indebted to the Fine Wine Design, which is an aspect of the business that we thought would be wonderful for all of us to work together on. The product in Tempe that we're excited about, for me personally, born and raised in Arizona, I'm excited the fact that we've got a product that not only is it in Tempe, it's a green product, and it's going to allow us to strengthen the relationship with a lot of different local builders and local trade groups. We're talking about products that are energy efficient, water efficient, and that's exactly what Ferguson offers.
The wow factor to the Tempe project is they're not leaving anything as far as energy efficiency alone. We're going to have the most energy efficient exhaust fans for the bathrooms, the most energy efficient air conditioning units. We're also going to have zoning So each bedroom will have their own thermostat. So as far as efficiency goes, they're going to be able to lease these or rent these out, and the utility savings are going to be off the chart. Also, it's going to have the best filtration system. We're going to use custom old style looking registers, so the walls and everything, they're going to look like they're 100 years old. So the design is going to be old world, but it's going to be the highest efficiency that you can get.
Leading up the architectural front is Jim Han of James Han Design AIA, a multi-award-winning architect who's gone back to the drawing board to help make the changes Irene says she's looking for.
One of the things that I always enjoy doing is actually hand drawing all of these concepts. You almost get to know the building with your hands as you're drawing it. These are all freehand right here. What in essence we're doing is solving problems. We're problem solvers in an artistic sort of a way. In this case right here, the owner had very much wanted to do something of a time period from back around the turn of the century, the Craftsman bungalow style, which was from more or less the turn of the century up until sometime in the 30s. The comments that the owners had taken a look at and kind of liked, they love the composition. They like the way it kind of forms a framework around a landscape courtyard in this area here. They weren't real excited about this element here, thinking it was a little bit out of character with the rest of it, so we're going to rework this entry element, which is the introduction into the building here. The horizontal line up here is perhaps too strong, and it makes it look a little more massive than the rest of the building, the character of the rest of the building that we're trying to achieve. The intent here is to have it really look like individual buildings. They just happen to be put together. One of the ways that we're going to rework this is we start with the roof plan. This is the roof element right here that we're trying to figure out a way to see if there's a way to make this work a little bit more in keeping with the character where it's two more individual roofs. And I think there's several different ways we can do this. One way we can just come right into this area right here and create another element that has a lot of the features of the different gables that come on here. And if we just simply break it up like that, that in itself can go ahead and break this into two separate roofs with the gable in between. One nice thing about doing this kind of a sketch like this is it would give sort of a focal point to the center of the project.
We just finished walking the lot. I'm here with Jim Han from James Han Design, and we're going to dive into what we have here as far as the plans go on the lot.
It's a fun site. It's actually a rather unique site in Tempe here. It has some historical value, and it also has a nice, strong pedestrian sense to it. What we've done here is try to keep the concept of the neighborhood in place with this Craftsman style. We're trying to create that same effect throughout the whole project and yet bring it into a context that will fit the neighborhood yet meet the owner's needs.
We'll be building this thing with the most modern, high-tech, high-energy efficient equipment, appliances. We'll be using a sprayed urethane foam, which gives it that airtight, high insulation barrier. We're also going to be using renewable, recyclable, and sustainable materials. It's going to be a very low maintenance, high efficient construction style. We're also really focusing on our indoor air quality. We're going to have efficiency mechanicals going to be doing all the mechanical on this thing. We're going to have an indoor air quality that is equal or par to hospital grade air. It has a Vinmar air exchange system in it. We're going to be using all the new current high technology carrier HVAC equipment, providing air quality and indoor comfort that's unparalleled in the market today. The type of architecture that we've done still keeps the 100-year-old style of architecture, but yet we've brought this thing into the 21st century.
So our next step is we're currently having a model created, and we take that model and we go to the city with it, and with good luck and keep our fingers crossed, we're going to be breaking ground soon.
Later on, we'll walk through Modern Group's very own expansion and meet more of their team.